Look at me.
Sure.
Look at me.
Sure.
I'm the captain now.
And he drives it into right center field. Hit a ton. This baby is way back. On a
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel. It has been a few days, and I've been in mourning. Okay, I've been grieving, but the season was absolutely spectacular. Obviously, just talking regular season, I kept on saying that, like, regular season, this has been the most amazing regular season I've ever witnessed, and that remains true. Was it the most amazing postseason? No, but it was amazing. The way that series went, going 5, and the way it ended, just heartbreaking. And the reason I haven't been making videos is because I was just been pissed off, to be honest, and I needed to get over it. There's been a lot of talk online and all that. Sure, we don't know what Wilmer Flores would have done. Maybe he would have struck out. Probably he would have gotten out. I mean, yeah, he's facing Max Scherzer, a pumped up Max Scherzer out of the pen. We all get that. Everyone understands that. But that doesn't make it right. You still got to give the guy a chance. And when the bat gets taken out of guys' hands, it pisses me off. Not just there, every time. But especially there and last season to end the year. And to have the Giants season ended 2 years in a row on a bad call. Anybody who says, so what, get over it, they would not have that attitude if it was their team. Period. Nobody would have that attitude. But I think I've taken it pretty well because, I just like, okay, what can you do? We got to move on anyway. And overall, the season was spectacular. The season was amazing. So, all in all, what a season it was. One to remember. And, hey, the Braves are up 2-0 on the Dodgers right now. So, Dodgers might be about to get eliminated if they don't get it together. So, super interesting there what's going on in the playoffs. I have been watching. I just haven't been making videos. But I'll be back for the World Series. I'll do a NLCS, ALCS, recap, and then I'll also, be ready for the World Series to go back full time. So I do want to talk a little bit about our man, though, Brandon Belt, who is going to be a free agent. The Giants and Brandon Belt, reportedly, according to Mercury News, have mutual interest in a 2022 return. San Francisco first baseman Brandon Belt hit a career high. This is unbelievable, guys. 29 bombs. And he would have had 30 if not for that late season injury. 29. Guys, we've been hoping that Brandon Belt was going to bust out with, 24, 25 home runs at some point. And finally, I don't know about y'all, I was one who kept having hope. Year after year, I'm like, no, this is the year he's going to hit 20 plus. He's going 24 to where people are like, dude, bro, it's over. He's not going to do it. He's an 18 home run guy, tops. And finally, I came to that realization. Was like, yeah, his guy's not going to hit, 20, 24, 25 home runs. I'll hope for 20. 29. And Brandon Belt now is a free agent. I mean, I don't know if this might be a bad thing because it's like, oh, now we're going to bring him back and we may just get back to 18 again as far as home run. But you know what? Even if he does go back to his 18, 17 home runs per season and he's injured quite a bit, the guy's still really good. I think he gets on base. He's a vacuum cleaner over at first base. Great defense, and he's the captain now. Brandon Belt, we got to bring him back if we can. Obviously, though, when he just hit 29 home runs, all of a sudden teams might be offering just too much. Too many years, too many dollars, and we'll have to wait and see. But according to this article, when the Giants traveled to Seattle to open the 21 season, Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, and Brandon Belt joined Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, and Juan Marichal as the second trio of teammates in franchise history to start the same opening day lineup together 9 times in their career. Super impressive. This year's opening day start almost seems certain to be the last Posey, Crawford, and Belt would enjoy together. I don't know about almost certain. Posey should be back. But yeah, re-sign Belt. I mean, I think it's possible, but I get it. Maybe not likely. Posey began this season as the only member of the trio with a club option for 22, but at $22 million, it was unrealistic to think the Giants would consider exercising it for a player who had undergone major hip surgery. Well, obviously, after that season, it's much more likely. Crawford, 34, the oldest shortstop in the league, was set to become a free agent among a group of high-profile shortstops, but he's been re-signed, so we can just move on from that. Belt, 33, coming off one of his best seasons of his career, but he was set to hit free agency, and the Giants would be presented with an opportunity to turn a page and build a new core. But as far as first basemen in the minor leagues, we don't have a ton. I mean, we have a couple of guys, but we don't have a ton of, like, first basemen who are like, oh yeah, this is the first baseman of the future. And President Baseball of Operation Farhan Zaidi spoke about Belt on Monday as if re-signing the first baseman was one of the team's most urgent priorities. So it looks pretty damn possible all three are back. You could talk about his value and how much he played down the stretch and how much we missed him once he went down. He's a really, really important part of this team. And who knows what would have happened had we had him? Not saying Dodgers were missing Max Muncy, but, so they can ask themselves that questions too, or could have had they lost the series. But, hey, we lost the series, so I'm asking myself, what if we had Belt? Maybe that would have helped out. On the same hand, Darren Ruff was pretty awesome. So, Belt's career high 29 home runs led the Giants, but due to severe injuries, including a sprained knee and a fractured thumb, the Texas native only played 97 for the club this year. 97 games, and he hit 29 home runs. I mean, we've been waiting for it. I've always known Belt has power. He would hit home runs in bunches, and all of a sudden this year he just found it. Is he going to have it next year? I don't know. Is Crawford going to have it for that matter? Is Posey going to have it for that matter? Do we need to move on from some of these guys? Let me know in the comments. Like, was this lightning in a bottle, and all of a sudden now we should just say, okay, we got the best we're going to get out of these guys. If they're free agents, let them move on. Obviously, we've already re-signed Crawford, and some Giants fans were unhappy about that. And we're probably going to bring back Posey for at least another year. Do you even bring back Belt? A guy who just hit 29 home runs? Who knows how much money teams will be offering? So I guess at the end of the day, it's about the money. But I think it's gonna cost a pretty big penny to bring him back. I think Belt, he knows he's a 29 home run hitter, or probably going to hit 30 plus if he stays healthy. At least that's what teams will be thinking. So I'm thinking that Brandon Belt is going to be pretty damn expensive. Since the start of the 2020 season, Belt's 163 WRC plus, a park-adjusted stat measuring runs created. To be honest, not very familiar with this stat, not going to lie. Ranks third in the majors among batters who have 500-plus plate appearances behind Juan Soto of the Nationals and Bryce Harper of the Phillies. And those are two superstar names. Superstar names. Many people wouldn't consider Brandon Belt a superstar at all. Maybe not even a star. Maybe he's just a good solid player. But according to that, he's damn superstar status. During the same time frame, Belt's .595 slugging percentage is second only to another superstar, Fernando Tatis Jr. And this day in analytics, every team's got their guys at the computer, and they're going to say, hey, Belt, this is the guy right here. Some teams will be saying that, and they're going to pay him a bunch of money. Zaidi said he's happy here. I think he feels appreciated, and we appreciate him. He's been one of the best hitters in baseball over the last couple of years, so yeah, he's part of the team. We'll certainly hope those are productive dialogues. Just skipping forward a little bit, this has been home for me for 10 years, and I'd love to hang around. Belt said, I'd love to be a Giant. Belt is to receive the qualifying offer, no doubt about that. 1 year, it's going to be $18.4 million. 5 days after the World Series ends, he's going to get that offer. If Belt were to receive the qualifying offer for the Giants, he will have 10 days to accept or decline. I imagine he'll decline, and that means any team that signs him would forfeit a high draft pick, and the Giants would get that draft pick if he goes elsewhere. We also have a whole bunch of other guys to think about re-signing. We have pitchers who are going to be free agents, like Gosman, like DeSclafani, and there's just a whole lot to talk about this offseason. We're going to get into all of that. This video is mainly focusing on Brandon Belt. What do you guys think? I personally think I want him back, but I'm kind of a fan speaking. If I was working in the front office and really that was my job to give recommendations, the fact that we don't really have, we have Logan Wyatt. Is Logan Wyatt still in the system? He has still not played above single A. He had only one home run this year in high A. He hasn't shown power. He hasn't hit for average. Logan Wyatt is not showing us that he's the first baseman of the future for the Giants. And if you look at anyone else, well, we don't have a whole ton. As far as an everyday first baseman that could become a serious everyday player for us, who do we got? How far do we have to go down? Luis Toribio, okay, he can play some first base. He's in A ball right now this season. He's in A ball, not even high A. Okay, he was with San Jose Giants most of the year. He's a good player, but come on, how far down we have to go? Look at that. No first base. We don't have any first basemen in the top 30. So I would think it is a priority to either bring him back or bring someone else back. The Giants just don't have a lot of options. Obviously, like I mentioned, the guys we have, Ruff and Flores are both going to be free agents. And the other option is Wade Jr. Wade Jr. is awesome. So some available first basemen who are free agents. You got Freddie Freeman, obviously. Freddie Freeman also a lefty. And I'm thinking if Wade Jr. is going to play first base a lot next year. I don't know if that's the plan, but if it is, they're probably going to want a right-handed first baseman for platooning purposes. The Giants love to platoon. But that being said, hey, you get a superstar. You grab the superstar if you can get him. But obviously, like I said, Brandon Belt's going to be priority. Anthony Rizzo of the Yankees. C.J. Cron signed a contract extension, so obviously he'd be out. Travis Shaw, not too high on. Ryan Zimmerman. Ryan Zimmerman's even older than Belt, I'm pretty sure. So all in all, I would say not a ton out there. There's obviously some other guys from other teams. There's also guys like who haven't played a ton of first base. Schwarber, who can DH. Canna, who can DH. There's some of the guys who are out there who can play a little first base here and there and DH. The Giants are a team that kind of, they like to just put it all and work it out. They just kind of mix and match every day. But you still want to have, a solid first baseman in there who is basically your everyday first baseman, like a Brandon Belt, even though he's not really your everyday first baseman because of the way that they do things. But pretty much your everyday first baseman, and there's some interesting free agent names. But what do you guys think? Are the Giants going to re-sign Brandon Belt, or are we going to have a kind of a hole at first base? Or are we just going to throw in guys? We're going to pick up another Ruff-like guy or Ruff himself, another Flores-like guy or Flores himself, and just platoon and just throw whoever there? I mean, what's the plan for next year at first base? Or do we bring back the captain? Yes or no on the captain? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for checking out this video. I appreciate everyone. Have a great day. It's been a wonderful season. I'm so sad that it's over. I'm so disappointed in the way it ended and pissed off, but I'm not going to rant about that because I've been ranting about umpires since this channel opened, and I just don't see any reason to just keep doing it. You guys know how I feel. I think they stink, and I think that guy made a horrible call. It was not an easy call, but I think you got to give the benefit of the doubt to the hitter in that scenario, but it is what it is. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's